Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Big Brother 25 recap show. It's me, Eric, and Comedy Joan is not here, and Derek and I were just talking about that, but I'm going to bring him on in 1 second. But first, let me remind you guys, wherever you're watching the show, make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all of those places where they're making content for you guys, so check it out. Of course, sharing the show is a great way to help support it. Tell a friend, tell a family member. You guys know the deal. Of course, if you have any questions, you can tweet us using hashtag YRRLive, and you can check out the past 10 years of our shows over at yourrealityrecaps.com. Now, that being said, let's bring on the man that I'm dying to talk to this season about. Last season's runner-up, one of your faves, everyone, it's Derek!
Hi!
Hi!
I always love your screen. I always love how it looks, your layover. I love everything about it.
We don't mess around over here. It's called production value.
Oh, production value. Okay.
Right.
Also, is this Big Brother 25? I heard you say.
Did I probably do that. I'm dyslexic. 24, 25. I tweet
It's
25.
okay. You're manifesting for me. Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Manifest.
Is this breaking news? Is next season All Stars?
No, I don't. Actually, I don't know. We all will never know until you get that call or you see us all magically disappear out of nowhere. But we won't know.
We won't know.
No.
So I wanted to, so many people want your thoughts on this season. And what I was saying before was, yes, John not here because he has some big fancy real estate person coming in. And then Derek told me, which I did not remember, he was not here the last time you were either. Now I'm starting to think something's up.
Something's up. I think John's like hiding from me. I think he
has a crush.
That's fine too, but my feelings are hurt because this is the second time I've been on the show and I have not got a chance to talk to John. I don't even know if he's real. Even when I saw him in New York, I didn't even see him. He wasn't even there.
Well, he lives in LA. Okay. So maybe, you never know. You never know. Derek, here's what I want to know. What are your thoughts on I want to jump right into it. I know that we don't have a lot of time, and I know there are a lot of hot topics this season, and people want to know what you think of these hot topics. We have Michael, a fellow gay of ours.
Yes.
What is just in general to start your thoughts on Michael?
I'm going to say this. Michael is a comp beast. He is really good at winning these games. He is a super fan. Michael is also, one of our allies in our community, which is great. I'm very happy that he's representing our community very well. That's all I got for you. I don't think nothing else. I don't think he's entertaining. I'm not, it's Michael. That's all. I'm just kind of like, he's going to win. I already know what's going to happen. He's going to win. He's going to go in the diary room. He's going to cast his vote. He's going to kiss his ring, and that's it. And he's going to walk out.
I mean, he has to win every single week. It has to be HOH or POV or he's out. So you're confident he's winning everyone he needs to win.
He's winning constantly. I'm never going to take that from if you are winning and you're showing it and you're backing it up, I'm never going to take that from you. He is a great, great competitor. Probably one of the best that we've had in a very long time. So I'm giving him that title because he's winning stuff. But as of am I going to want to go back and rewatch and see anything funny coming from Michael or be entertained? No. There's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he's not funny. He is very serious about everything.
I think that's what I just wish that he would kind of let his hair down and just have a little bit of fun. And, also, just bring me a little bit more. I'm kind of just like, all right, here's Michael. He's going to win, guys. That's it.
I mean, I'm only going to speak for myself, but I'm going to say I feel like you have two options in life. You can be funny or you can be smart. And I got funny. And I think Michael got smart.
Yes, absolutely he did. Absolutely. I just was expecting a little bit more. if that makes sense.
Yeah, no. I agree. I think we all kind of.
I think you get what I'm trying to put down. I was expecting a little
Yeah,
bit more because of him being a super fan, him being a big Janelle fan. I was expecting just a little bit more. Now he's winning stuff. I understand people are like, oh, he's winning. I respect the game that he's playing. The game is about competition. That's perfectly fine. Everyone watches Big Brother for all different reasons. Now, I'll give you an example. I like Turner. Turner is winning. Turner is giving me entertainment. Turner is bringing the drama, and Turner is also having fun. Does he need to take more showers? Yes. But other than that, he is doing what needs to be done, what I want to see, what I look
right.
for in a game player of Big Brother. That's why I'm obsessed with some of the people like Helen, for example. Helen was playing the game, but she was also stirring the pot. She was also doing this. She was also cracking, like, I need more. I'm not getting that from, somebody who's just here just to win.
Right.
Which is fine. You could be the win, but this is a TV show too. Like, I want to
And
be.
you're
Yeah.
so you love Taylor then.
I do love Taylor. I love Taylor with all my heart. I do love her. I'm hoping that she can pull out another win somewhere. That would definitely help her. If not, let me tell you something. Our back has been against the wall the whole entire time. So like for her to be that like made it this far with everything that has happened, you got to give the girl credit. You have to.
Oh, I love Taylor. I
Oh
think
yeah,
Taylor. I
for
think
sure.
Taylor's the best. She just,
Yeah.
I love that she wants to make good TV specifically.
Oh yeah, and that's me as a viewer. That's
Hmm.
what I look for because I don't like. For example, I'm watching the episode tonight, and I'm like, I don't give a flying fuck about this fucking meditation yoga bullshit. I don't care about this. This is not entertaining to me. Show
Well,
some stuff that we would see that is on the live feeds
yeah.
that we're not seeing. Like some of this stuff is old. Like, what are we doing? I just sometimes I just feel like it's just missing that.
So you mean the show in general you feel like is missing that something?
I will say this. I love Big Brother.
Yeah.
And I love everything about it. That's why I'm so invested. I love the fans. I love, all the players. I'm very thankful that they put themselves out there to come and do this show because they know they're going to get judged, and I respect them. And that's
Yeah.
why, at the end of the day, I know sometimes we could be harsh, but we got to remember that they are human, so we can't bully them and things like that. Because you don't know what's really going through somebody's mind. But
Right.
I will say sometimes I feel like the little gimmickies. Like sometimes, it comes off a little kiddish.
Hmm.
And I think we need a reminder that this is a competition show. So it's just some of the things like some of the segments are not hitting the way they should hit you
Yeah.
know. And I'm
I
kind of like, oh, that's not funny. Let's take this out. We just wasted 20 minutes. And then every night when Thursday come, I'm like, baby, we need to cut everything else and give us a HOH comp. I shouldn't have to wait 2 hours for the live
yeah.
feeds on to see who won. I want to see it during that time that I'm watching it. I'm just some of those things.
I think we all agree that they need to stop editing for the casual viewer or just stop treating the casual viewer like such an idiot. Like
Yeah.
they're watching Big Brother. Like, they're
Yes.
fine. We got this.
Yes, yes, and I love it.
Uh,
And there's nothing like I said. They're doing a great job. I know they got a lot on their plate. Me as a viewer. I'm just going off of what I'm watching and trying to get and understand. And because I've been there, I know everything. But I'm just kind of like sometimes I'm just bored. I pick up my phone sometimes. I'm just like, let me see what else is going on. Like I'm more entertained with BB Twitter than the season.
well,
Half.
obviously.
Yeah, like I'm more entertained to see who gonna say something because this is just I'm not the funny segments are not really hitting the way they are, but I am very thankful that they are bringing up things that are important as we had the episode last
Yeah.
week, highlighting those things because that shows what's happening in the real world. I think that's really good, but I just
I mean, what are your thoughts on, Michael? Obviously, there's a lot of people discussing, did he, do it in the right, did him and Brittany reveal this information in the right time? Did they use it for game? Are they weaponized? Was it, I've seen it say, like, is it weaponizing race against
Yeah.
people in the game? What are your thoughts on how they handled that situation?
Eric, that's gonna be a tough, sensitive subject. I will
Yeah.
say this. They knew a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We all watched it. They knew a couple weeks ago. We all have the tweets. We all know when it happened. We all, tweeted about it. Um, do I think it was part of a game move? 100%. I think it was a part of a game move because what else you gonna do? Your girl's on the block. You got some information. You gonna use it. Um, I'm glad they brought it up. Of course, it's good to bring highlight to those things. But I just also think it was a game move. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
like you just out of nowhere. You're just not gonna say it because I'm like if your girl wasn't on the block, I don't think they would have said it. I think it was a part of the game move. But I will say this, even though I don't care for the man, I made that clear. I don't really care for Terrence. I don't really care for Monty. Um, I will say that Terrence did eat the girls up with the things he was saying, which was true. Like,
Uh,
you waited. You should have said this a long time ago. But hey, they said it. It's a hard conversation to have. There's a lot of things happening in the house, but I mean, it's a part. It's a game. To me, it's a game move. Like, what else you gonna do? You want to get this man out of here? It's a game move.
and I mean, to be fair, a
Yeah.
game move, and I'll be clear in case this is the first time someone's watching it. I 100% think they did it for game, and I don't know why they act like they didn't do it for game.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they're
Oh,
not just
it could
like
be
it
for
benefits our
both.
game.
It
But
could be
I
for
mean,
both.
yeah, and I mean, it helps Taylor. Like they also did it to help Taylor and to
Yeah.
help Monty.
Yeah.
So they were trying to keep Taylor safe just as much. They knew them two
Which
were safe.
anytime anything's gonna help Taylor, I'm 100% do what you need to do, say what you need to do, and get it done as long as Taylor's protected. I don't really care. That's the way I look at it. But I'm glad they brought it up because it was a conversation that needed to be had, and there's
Yeah.
things that needed to be addressed, especially because we're over here watching this happen and they're not addressing it, which makes it so much harder as a viewer or to be at home and see these things and you can't really do anything. So I'm glad that they did bring those things up because if they would have came out the house and never brought those things up, I think the backlash for them would have been
Right.
bad because we would have remember, hey, on this date at this time you said this.
Hmm.
So I'm happy with that.
I want to let you. Well, obviously, you're not saying it to Kyle, but a week or so ago, Kyle said he didn't really think the cookout did anything great, and I think he was, the founder of the cookout.
You
What was
know,
your reaction to finding out that you really didn't do anything great?
you know what? I don't listen. As Kiki said one time, I don't know who this man is. I wouldn't know who he is if I fell into him. I don't have anything for him. I think he needs to go back to. Um, I think he needs
Utah.
to. I think he needs to go back home. I think he needs to maybe sit down, rewatch our season. Maybe go back and watch a few seasons. Maybe he needs
Hmm.
to sit down and educate himself. And then maybe sit down and have a conversation with, him, like himself, figure out what's wrong with him. Just because of the fact that, you know, number one, me putting six people together of the same race automatically is a powerful move in general in the world of entertainment. Then
Right.
you have uh, then you have individuals in that six alliance that was willing to sacrifice their game in order for you to win, which is also a bigger thing. The fact that we're talking about black people, the fact that we're talking about things that have happened in this world where we're always the targets, in competition shows, but also in real life. So we did something that changed the game to make people wake up and realize that it's important that you show representation of Black people and also show fairness to us. So for Kyle to say that, the cookout wasn't really anything or whatever, however he phrased it, um, I think he just needs to go sit down and talk to his grandmother and see if they can, figure out some things and do some Google research. Maybe go take a history class. I would suggest maybe, something that's, raising up Black history class. Maybe that'll help him and his grandmother. That's what I would
I
suggest.
I see a lot of people in chat saying, I want to take it from Lost. He said, does Big D think that the cookout would be willing as a whole to have a conversation with Kyle? Like, I could just see that on finale night. Forget about having anybody like doing the round table. It should just be the cookout sitting there and then let Kyle walk out first. And you guys can just be like, hey Kyle, what's up?
Could you imagine?
I think he would pass out.
I think he would pass out. You know how they say when white women hold their purses when somebody Black walk by.
Uh
Oh,
uh
he would be holding his purse and his pearls, clutching for dear life. I don't know if he wants to do that, but no, I think it's important for yes, it's definitely important to educate everybody. It's not our jobs. It's not our
yeah, yeah.
jobs.
Nope.
Kyle, for me, I feel as though his he went to college. If I'm correct, I hope if he did great. I don't know his history. If he went to college, good. Somebody let me know in the comments if he went to college. Kyle also has a big following on TikTok.
Yeah.
He has a big social media presence. So for me, he's not naive to know what's going on in the world. He's not naive to know what he's saying is wrong because when you have such a big following and you also have friends and you're on these social media apps, you see the different diversities and everything, different diversity in the LGBTQ plus community, different diversity in the world. So you know what's going on. You went to college, you've seen Black people, you've seen white people, you've seen Asian people, you've seen every other race. So if you didn't know something was appropriate, you could just ask somebody or ask a friend. Obviously we can't go back to the household because we already know what the household's like, but you've been out in the real world, you know what it's like, so you should ask those questions. And especially because you're going on a TV show like this, I will say this. The one thing, I'll probably get in trouble. I don't know if I will. I don't know, but I'm gonna say it. The one thing is that when you're going into BB, just like how you get a job and there's HR things we have to go over.
Oh yeah.
That is the same thing that we do before we walk into the house. So it's
Yeah.
not like you didn't take no class on bias and things like that.
Right.
Okay. So I
I
just
don't
want
think
to make
that's
that clear.
secret. That's
Okay.
not.
Yeah. But I
Yeah, they've
just
talked
saying.
about that.
So it's not like he didn't know
Yeah,
what things to say because we had to watch we had to do plenty of classes on that.
as somebody who has been out the same thing that Kyle's doing for 10 years, people
Mhm.
don't hesitate every single day to tell me how wrong I am about every single thing that I do or say. So that's where I agree. I don't buy when Kyle says, I'm from Utah, I grew up Mormon, I've never been to our bullshit. I don't believe that you didn't read the comments on your TikTok.
That's what I'm
There's no
saying.
way. Yeah.
You're when I go on TikTok, I see so many things that I go, and can I tell you something? I don't know it. I don't know everything. So you know what I do? When there's new things that, when we were introducing pronouns and things like that, I had to educate myself to make sure I knew, especially as a gay man, to know what is the appropriate things to say and not to say. And guess what I did? If I didn't know the correct things to say or how to address or I made sure to talk to my close friends. Hey, what is the proper way to say this? Or how should I address this? Or I've had my friends ask me, do you like to be called African American or do you like to be called Black? Like, what is the appropriate way? Have conversations. But the
Yeah.
thing about it is that it's not like he hasn't been around people to ask these questions. It's not like he hasn't been on social media to see different things where you sit there and ask. That's why I'm kind of like, to me, I always say Big Brother is a eye awakening, as I call it, or whatever, rude awakening, whatever it's called. it definitely does make you look at yourself and go, okay, I need to work on these things.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta look at myself and say, girl, something's wrong. You need to figure it out, girl. Look at yourself in the mirror and go, what I did was wrong, or I need to figure it out and make myself better. So I believe, just as Taylor said, with Grace, she's not gonna hate him. She doesn't dislike you. She's just gonna hold you accountable for things and have to see the growth. And that's what he's gonna have to do. And all we can do is that, yes, he's gonna have to come out the house. He's going to read all these comments. He's going to have to really sit down and look at himself. Hopefully he gets the proper help, if he needs therapy, whatever, he needs people around him, so hopefully he has a good, strong team around him, and then what he can do is just start working on himself to make himself better. Now, if he doesn't really care, he owe us shit. He owe us shit. And but I'm just saying, in reality, he don't owe us shit,
Sure.
But
Sure.
I get what you're saying, but we'll have to wait and see when he comes out. But other than that, I'm very glad that Kyle's gone. I'm just interested to see what's going to happen. If he, which, like you said, if they wanted to have the cookout with Kyle, I don't know if that will ever happen. But
No, that'd be the best
Yeah.
if they need to do that. I thought it was interesting tonight to hear Michael say, "I want to go after Turner, but based on last week, I don't want to punish him for doing the right thing." Are we buying, like, is Michael just so smart that he realizes, oh, this doesn't look good that we waited so long to put out this information, and I can tell people aren't buying, this hurts our game, so now this week I'd like to make a narrative of how it's hurting my game?
Yes, yes. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think at all that that Michael does not know everything. He knows this looks bad. He knows
Yeah.
it because, and especially too, Monty, Terrence, and Taylor. He knows that for sure. So he knows they're definitely like looking at him and Brittany like, yeah, y'all waited and stuff like that.
He knew to do bubble baths and shout out Janelle. He knew to do idiot sandwich meme in the DR. He is so ingrained in Big Brother culture
I'm gonna
and
have a question for you.
Reddit and Twitter. I think I think he's playing America, and I think you need to play America, play the house, play production to win, and I think he's doing all three.
Yep. I think for me is that I'm okay with him, which is I really my voice doesn't matter, when it comes to how I feel, like no one's gonna be persuaded. But I will say, I think for me, when it comes down to him playing this game, I think he's just doing too much. Like, we don't need all the Big Brother references. Like, I want Michael to make a name for himself.
Right.
Like, I don't I hate that when I'm thinking about Michael, I'm thinking of, oh, you talking about Janelle's super fan? Like, I don't want to think that. I would have loved for him just to come in and just be himself, because he, every 5 seconds there's something with him referencing something. I'm just kind of like, make a name for yourself so people can, so somebody else, when you get done the game, can sit there and say,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm like Michael from like, I don't feel like he's made a name for himself. Everything's been a reference for stuff in the past. And I'm just kind of like, girl, it's a little bit like too much ass kissing. I can't take it. I'm sorry.
think
That's just
he
me.
No, I think he has made a name for himself. I think it's maybe not the name he's going to want. I think he's going to be surprised to come out and see how strongly people feel about his decision, which I think that's going to like hurt him a little bit. But I
Eric,
mean,
I
we'll
don't know.
see.
It's giving very weird for me. It's giving very weird. Like,
It is.
I just don't like, even if somebody went in the game and like wanted to use all Big D references, I'd be like, stop.
Uh-huh.
Just stop. Be like, make references for yourself. Literally, Jasmine made references for herself. I am not gonna think of nothing else when I think of, hey Julie, you look better than a damn better being with that. That's all I'm going to think. Anytime it comes to food references, I'm going to think of Jasmine. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm getting at. Like, I just feel like I haven't got that from Michael. Yes, do I know he's going to get that what he done, of course, but I wish they would just say the honest truth. Wish they could just say it's for game reasons, and then also we want to get that off our chests.
Yeah.
That's all. Be honest. That's it.
Do, do you think he wins hands down if he makes it to the end? Or, I mean, this week, spoiler alert, Terrence is going to push very hard to say, I'm going to taint the jury against you. I think you weaponized this information, forced us into a thing, and I'm going to go
Yeah.
into that jury and tell everyone just that. Like, he, flat out says that to Michael this week. Do
Right.
you think there's any scenario where Michael doesn't win if he's in final two?
So here's my thing. I think, yes, if Terrence goes in that jury and tells them exactly, and like, I mean, Kyle's there too. So Kyle was there. So Kyle's a part of the. He knows what the fuck went down. So that's two people down. Joseph finds out. That's three people down. Um, Jasmine and Indy probably the same thing because they're POCs. They find out same thing. So it's just one of those things where, yeah, I don't know if he does that. That would put me if I was in the hot seat. That would prevent me from wanting to get rid of him because I would go, I can't get rid of him yet. I need somebody else to get rid of him so he doesn't take that wrath on me. So in reality, what he should do is let go of Alyssa, or guess what? Go back on Turner and take Turner out. I don't know why you wouldn't. Like, I don't know why. Like, this is like I don't know why, but I get what you're saying because Turner, he did tell Turner, that hey, you did the dirty work for me. I can't, turn around and do that back to you. But I don't know why people don't act like this is the game of Big Brother. And also, I think that's another thing I'm getting at. Like, if Michael actually did that, I would kind of be like, because of the fact that it feels like because remember how you said, like, I feel like he is playing PR on himself. He doesn't want to get his hands dirty. He doesn't want to show that he could be a little bit of a dirty type person, which I don't always think in the game of Big Brother that you could play dirty all the time. But he was willing to backdoor you, and you're saying it in your head. Hey, Turner was going to backdoor me, but I'm going to keep him safe this week.
I mean, here's honestly how I feel about
Yep.
it. I agree
Maybe
with
maybe I'm
you.
wrong.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't think, the more I think about it, I'm afraid Michael has no chance to win with the jury. Especially, I don't think it matters who he evicts because if Terrence doesn't go in and do it this week, he'll do it. He's not going to probably be brought to the end. He could do it the next week or the next week. If Turner goes in this week, he will say how Michael stabbed him in the back and had no reason to. And then Kyle piles onto that. The one thing that Michael needs is someone in jury advocating for him, and that is no one but Brittany. I
No,
don't think
true.
anybody advocates for but Brittany. The best chance Michael has of winning is someone getting Brittany out.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. This is such a weird dynamic of a cast for me, which is great. I mean, I get that keeps everybody on the edge of their toes and whatnot. I think um I'm still trying to see what Michael's gonna do because, like, I just don't. I'm waiting for,
He has
like,
to win.
yeah. I mean, yeah, he has to win, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if. Which here's the thing: if he's honest, and I'm want to say he's, I don't want to. I don't know the man. I don't know his character. I don't want to say I think he's this or that because I don't know who he is really personally. If he decides to actually be honest and say, I should have never sounded his information, which, he did say that, and he generally means that, maybe some jury members might sit there and say he didn't want to waste his time. Brittany's there advocating for him. That can help. But other than that, I'm just kind of like,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
kind of just still waiting for something else. Like, I don't know. Can I be honest? I'm okay with Turner or Taylor winning. Those are my two, the two T's. But other than that, everybody else can. I mean, I get kick rocks. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. How did you feel about Zingbot tonight? Do we feel that Zingbot was worse this season? I thought it was a little weird to be like, fix your face. I mean, literally did like Nene Leakes fix your face to Michael. Literally did like your face is busted. Like I was just like, that seemed unnecessarily harsh.
I
Um,
no, I think they could have went. I think Zingbot could have went harder.
you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What would you have
I'm
done for Michael?
oh, remember, I'm a vicious bitch. You know, I say what's on my mind. You know,
Yeah.
I would have got that Terrence thing was not hard enough. I would have been like,
Oh, Terrence was stupid.
you call yourself an underground DJ. It's underground where no one can find it because no one cares.
Yeah.
I would have went for like you need to go for the jugular. I would say, Alyssa, I got about 10 seconds because that's all we can last for.
Wow.
I would have been hitting them in the head. Monty, those muscles just for show. Why don't you go give them to somebody else? Like I would have just you gotta eat like I said, for me, I think for me is I think Zingbox reads were kinda hard. Like the one
Mm-hmm.
that was hard that I was like, I thought his Michael and Alyssa's was really good.
Yeah.
Because to me, if this person's supposed to roast you, Zingbot's
Right.
supposed to roast you, roast. Like it is what it is. You already know it's coming. Let it be what it is. Everyone else, I felt like was a little soft. Even Taylor's, I thought was soft too.
No, Taylor's was stupid.
Yeah, like I don't know. Brittany's was great. I thought he could have went. I mean, Brittany's was great because yeah, she is
Yeah,
very
she's fucking crazy.
yeah, like yeah. But other than that, I just wish they went just a little bit harder. But maybe they can. Maybe they'll call me to do it because
I
I will go for the jugular.
I would have been like, Alyssa, so sorry you broke up with your boyfriend, but on the plus side, your parents will accept all future ones because they're not racist. Zing, zing, zing. Like, that's where I would have went.
Ah!
Like, I would have went like that with Alyssa. Although, I think
See,
Alyssa's a
and
dead
that's
weight
good.
one.
Guess what? That's good. That's what I would have. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
that's
I
me.
feel like my sense of humor is, I have I have dark sense of humor, but
Yeah, me
also
too.
I'm very like You see me on Twitter. If I go for you, I'm going for you. I'm gonna let you know. I'll call you by your first name and stuff like that. The thing I always say is not fair is talking about people's families and stuff. Unless they bring it up and they say this is where I'm from or this is how I was raised, then I'll
Right.
say, okay, well that's why. Like only reason I mentioned Kyle's grandmother is because he said his grandmother was a racist. So I was like, oh, okay, you know.
Yeah.
So
And
other than
then,
that,
yeah.
but yes, I think Zingbot could have did a little bit. He did good with the hit or misses. I think he could have went a little bit harder. Just like I thought last year, ours was not hard enough.
Yeah.
I did not think our Zing bots were hard enough. I was kind of like, but everyone, thought I was secretly in the DR room giving Zingbot the jokes, and I was kind of like, if y'all think that, y'all think I had that much power, thank you. But other than that, I would have went way harder. I would have went way harder.
Well, it seems like they saved the harder for the comics on Wednesday night's episode. I mean, you heard about Kyle's, right?
I did not. Tell me. Tell me now. Tell me now. Tell me now.
He Okay, are you ready? You are in the good position for this.
I'm in a good.
Uh he's a reptile, so like a lizard person, and he has like the long tongue and he has a lot of saliva dripping off of him. And it's called like whatever, something reptile, but his quote is eruptile dysfunction. So it basically looks like he came all over himself, apparently. Taylor was dying. She ran into the room to grab Monty and Terrence, and they talked about it for like 10 minutes because none of them got it. apparently the DR had to explain it to Taylor, and then once Taylor got it, she ran to Terrence and Monty to tell them, like, do you understand what it was saying?
That is
So yeah,
sick.
that I cannot believe they
Hey,
went
don't
there. I
forget,
was
remember,
dying.
listen, the one thing I like about the comics, they tell you a lot about, the player. I mean, don't forget the infamous comic book that I talked about last season that was
Mm-hmm.
right there and everyone was talking about it. So, I mean, I'm very thankful for the comic books. Very, very thankful for them. But yeah, I'm excited to see that. I think this is going to be an interesting red table, for
Mm-hmm.
jury. I want to see what they're going to talk about. I also want to see what they're going to show. I mean, that conversation has to come up. Who's ever in the final two, no matter who's there, the conversation has to come up of what they were talking about. And another thing is that, I know in life, which is crazy, but it is what it is, race is always brought into everything. And this season was going so well at first because we were not even I was even like for myself I wasn't even thinking that the cookout was going to be brought up at all. I
Mm-hmm.
understand it's a big thing. I got it, which I'm very thankful for. But if they would have just played the game and continued doing what they were doing, everything been fine because I was kind of looking at it wise that okay, so Amara went home, Paloma went home, and who else was there? Somebody else went home. Was it, Nicole. So I was like, okay, so those POCs went home. So that could kind of make everyone know that there's nothing happening. But it just sucked that Kyle went that route because he didn't
Yeah.
have to go that route, and he went that route after POCs went home.
It was even so much more than that for me. I'm like, I could see you doing it on a season where Taylor, Monty, Terrence were separating themselves from everything. You're in an alliance with them. You have a friendship with them. Just
That's what
have a
confused me.
conversation.
That's what confused, and especially with Monty, because he said Monty was his closest friend.
Yeah.
That's what confused me. That's what I'm saying. Those are the things that make me go, can't be biased. But I will say this season, um, I'm very happy for the children. I'm gonna call them children because I'm an alum now, pass the torch.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
happy for the children. They're walking into a world that's gonna be completely different for them now. Um, I just don't know. This season is very interesting with everything that's happened. The whole like bestie festies thing. That was just right off of Copy and Tiffany. With the whole plan. But other than that, I think that I'm interested in how they're moving. I'm very interested in how they're moving in their conversations, but I'm more interested in the live, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Where for myself, I watch when I got out the house, is some people, Ozza did it, I did it myself. I actually went back. I talked to like, my roommates, Adam and Lauren, and I was like, is there any like timestamps I should look at? And I watched a lot of the live feeds, Mafia games, things I was entertained. And then I watched my season back and I was like, I'm fucking entertained. I'm just not entertained with the show. I'm more entertained with the live feed because the
Yeah.
live feed I'm able to I can see more stuff.
Yeah.
It's not getting nothing's getting watered down. Where I'm feeling like they're trying to make this cast funny and they ain't funny. That's what I'm trying to get. They're not funny to me.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I think the part that, and maybe this is because my background's in radio and television production, but
yeah,
like, I think a part that people watching forget, and why all of us love the live feeds, they gotta sell those ads, and Johnson and Johnson is not gonna come around if
true,
you're showing.
true. I
That's
just wish
it.
they would
Like,
show more, Eric. I just wish they would
yeah,
show
me
more
too.
of that stuff on the live feeds. Like if they're fucking cursing, let
Yeah, they
them
need to stop
curse.
cutting the live feeds. It's ridiculous.
You telling me?
Although I think part of them, look, they never used to protect house guests. Half the reason I started doing this show was because I wanted to help house guests because I
Yep.
thought they were treated horrifically.
Yeah.
Now I feel like they do cut the feeds a lot to protect the house guest
Right.
because people get death threats now. It's like a
No,
lot more
I
vicious
got him.
now.
I got him. I got him.
I
You know,
got him.
we all get them. I think for me is I'm trying to figure out. I think what I mean by that is that, like, for example, there's certain things that they cut where I go they should not cut.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'll give an example. If they're talking about maybe their family member or something a little bit private, about something sexual or something like that, or I get those things. But like they like to cut the feed anytime they say the word cookout. Anytime they
Yeah.
say the word DF, they cut the feed 1,000 times and they say my name. And I'm like, why are you cutting the feed? Don't protect them. I want to know what they're gonna say so I can get them when they get out the house. But I just think that when it comes down to production, I wish they would just bring some of that live feed over to the regular show because people probably are sitting at home confused, like, I don't understand why. What's going on? Last week, this was just like a good, happy episode. What happened in the last couple days that caused this to be like a very serious tone episode? That's what I'm saying. I feel like they're not.
Yeah.
They got to be a little careful with that, and let these motherfuckers curse some more. Like, don't cut the ones they cursing. Let them be them. Like that's what I'm saying. Be themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that the FCC would like a curse on CBS. Although that's not true. I think you're allowed
I
to
mean that,
now.
but I mean they can block it out. I'm just saying I
Yeah.
feel like they're not using the clips that I hear some of them talking, and I'm like, what? Use that. Use
Well,
that
that's
clip.
why people need to watch shows like this, Derek. That's how they find out all of this good information. And the home viewer is going to watch our show, and then they'll know.
True, true. That's why I'm very thankful for you guys because you allow us to be able to say what we want to say and whatnot. And I appreciate all your guys' platforms, especially you guys. So I appreciate that.
So, who are you rooting for right now to win? It's Taylor.
Yes, I would say Taylor and also Turner. I'm cool with any of those two winning, but I really would like a female to win. I'm very like, I guess that's me just being fair. I'm always like a fair person. So I'm like, okay, a guy won last season, a woman should win this season. Like, I like to, like, I always think of that type of way. I know
If
that look,
only
yeah, I'm sorry. That's just my heart. I'm just trying to play it fair. And I would like to be honest, not the mic.
Well, my heart wanted you to let Ozza go a little bit further. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm
you know
so
that I
sorry.
love both of you, and I
No, no,
can be
no.
more for
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish, yeah, I tell you the truth, yeah, fuck, I wish Asa did go further. I wish he did and pick my ass so I could have fucking persuade that jury and win, okay? But I would say I also thought I really wanted Brittany to win too, but until like it's her and Michael's duo, they just bother me now. And
Well,
I like Brittany.
Brittany, she's fucking insane. And, you were saying, like, I don't get the hypnotism, edit. What was the point of that tonight? Here's honest to God my fear. I think Brittany, we saw her a lot talking tonight for the first time about, I'm bringing Michael to the final two,
Yeah.
and we gave Turner safety. Bitch, you didn't give Turner nothing. Michael did, and I don't know why you're delusional into thinking that you did his moves. He did them. I swear to God, if they are putting this hypnotist shit in, because when it gets closer to the end, Brittany's gonna start going, I hypnotized Michael into doing everything. I mean, how does she think she's
Can I
gonna
be
win this
honest?
game?
Guess what? You called it because that's some shit they would do. That's what
This
I'm
is fucking
saying.
insane.
I feel like those are the things that are kind of bothering me right now because I just don't. That's why when we get these segments, like, oh my god, I was so irked when we had to watch Terrence put on all these tattoos. Like, I'm just feeling like this cast is not giving what it's supposed to give, which is fine. It's doing what it needs to do. We're getting the drama. We're having serious conversation. We're playing a competition show. But I like the whole entire thing. I like when you get everything in once, like when you're getting the entertainment factor. And Brittany, that's what you're right. I can see that. I'm not even going to argue. You already called it. I could see when
Oh,
she makes it
please.
far, it's gonna be I hypnotize everyone to get out the house. Every
Oh my
HOH.
God.
I persuade them. See, you're getting very sleepy. Look at me.
Uh,
See, like yeah, I
I'm,
can
I'm,
see it. I can see
I,
it.
I
Mhm.
can't, I can't deal with that. I,
Who
I
do
know
you
that
think is
you,
gonna win? Who do you want to win? That's my question.
oh, Taylor. I want Taylor to win. Do I think she will? I don't know. I mean, I would love Taylor to win. I would love Michael to win, because I do feel he's done the most to win. So and I would just I like that he's taking some of these records from people. So I would like a Michael. I would like a Taylor win. I mean, kind of same as you. Like, I
I
almost also don't care.
baby. I just watched it
Like,
tonight and I was like this.
yeah. They're not doing anything. And for the love of God, whoever in production, and I'm speaking on solely on behalf of myself, who thought it was a good idea to go down to 5 on the live feeds, we just talked about how much we love the live feeds. There was nothing more painful than the live feeds during that Dire Fest bullshit. And now you're speeding up, giving us 5 people again for 3 weeks. There's only so much Chinese checkers we can watch. Like they want it to crash and burn.
I don't listen. At the end of the day, but I don't have anything. You know how I'm just bored. I'm bored.
I wouldn't say bored, but yeah, I mean, there's
I'm
good.
not,
There's
I'm
good on
not,
the feeds.
here's
The
my thing.
show is
How did you feel when you watch seasons in the past? Give me some of your seasons where you watched it and you were excited the whole time.
well,
Where
like
you
12,
okay? 12
mainly
was
because I was
excited.
supposed to be on it. But 12,
Okay,
God, 7, the
okay,
first All Stars. I
yeah,
mean, yeah, I agree. The game changed after, I think the game changed after 12 because social media started massively influencing it after 12. So,
mhm,
really, everything before 12, I think, was a whole nother level of entertainment.
absolutely.
I think 12 to 15 was kind of this weird change of social media starting to affect things. 15 was a dumpster fire. And then, like, 16 was let's watch Derek can boringly control everything, the whole thing. And then we're in this new era starting at 17. So, when did I love it? Before 12. But we're never going to allow that anymore. We're
No,
never going
we're
to
never gonna
allow
allow that.
it.
I think I had
Yeah.
to disagree with you. I think there was other seasons too that were entertaining because of the fact that we were entertained. I think that we're down like I feel like we're drowning it instead of let it be organic.
Yeah, well, I mean, your season, I think your season gave us, I would say, the most entertaining feeds that we have had
Yeah.
in forever. And I
Yeah.
mean, I'm saying aside from the show and what the cookout
Yes.
was about and all that, I
Yeah.
mean, like entertainment for someone just sitting back and being like, I'm enjoying watching the feeds.
Yes.
Your season always gave us the big blue couch and
Yeah.
songs and
Yes.
music and fun. Like, it was very clear you all were very
Yeah.
conscious of
Well,
entertaining us, whereas this cast is very much like Chinese checkers again, where we play in silence and don't talk for 45 minutes on the live feeds, and that's what the cameras are on. Okay, that's fun to watch.
that's what I'm getting at. But also, even I don't know, maybe because I'm different. Like when I watch All Stars,
Well, that was.
hmm but even when I watch All Stars and I was watching the show, I was entertained. If that makes sense. Even
Yeah.
when I watched our season 23, I was entertained. Where now when I watch this, probably can I tell you something? Probably the episode of them sitting down having a serious conversation. What was entertaining to me, I think tonight I was bored. But I'm just waiting. I think now we're getting down because this should be the time that even when we got down to the six, we still had drama. we still had shit going on. So now we're about to get down to the 6. Now there's a potential double eviction coming up soon. You know,
Yeah.
I want to see how that's going to play out. Are we going to have? Are they going to be smart enough to get Kyle out? Because you got to figure out a way. I'm sorry, not Kyle, Michael. You got to figure out a way to get Michael out. Of
No,
course,
they are.
the the
They're,
the
they're,
the our us and our lovely rainbow. I would love to see another gay person win, but that bitch talks shit about me, so I don't care for him.
we've had some gay winners.
Yeah, yeah, of course. But I would love. I mean, the more the merrier. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. But he kissed my black ass. Other than that, but he's a great competitor. If he gets to the end, and jury and Brittany's there to persuade a jury, which I don't know how she gonna beat Terrence's loud ass because there's no way because he's gonna make sure, even if he has to personally go up there and like turn all the keys himself to make sure Michael don't win. I just don't know how that's gonna play out.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to play out either.
So
It is frightening.
right now, I don't understand. I don't know who's going to make it to that end. I feel like Taylor's going to be in one of those chairs. That's what my gut's
I
telling
hope.
me. I'm hoping, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know. I don't know.
I don't know how it'll go there. It'll all depend on this week's double eviction, obviously.
What do you think is going to happen?
I think whoever wins HOH, unless it is Brittany, I think they go for the backdooring of Michael. Like, obviously, one of them will have to win POV. It will be used. And if it is not, Michael winning the POV, he's out. I mean, every single person has said it on the live feeds alone, to a camera, talking to other people. Like, Michael is fucked. So if he does not win, he's gone. And the only thing I hate about it is, God, it sucks to me that a Terrence and an Alyssa get to go further in the game. And it also enrages me that Michael, who is so smart, has not even attempted to make a deal with Monty or Turner and be like, look, I know you don't want to take me further than 4, but let's make a 2-week deal. Why am I going to go after you when Terrence gets to be here or Alyssa gets to be here?
Eric,
I want you to get more money.
that's not the Janelle thing to do.
Well, apparently.
So once again, and unless it's a Janelle thing, it's not going to
Well,
happen.
Janelle would have made a deal. I feel like Janelle would have made a 1-week deal, a 2-week deal, which is what I don't get what he's doing.
I don't know what he. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, we're gonna find out.
I'm gonna hope after the show that maybe if I get a chance to meet Michael, I can see who he is. I don't, which is fine. It's a game. I don't know who he is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
The only thing that I'll say is every single season, the people that I don't really like, I end up loving after the season. So if you don't like Michael, maybe you'll love him in the real world.
And here's the thing. I don't know him. I don't have a problem with him.
Yeah.
He did talk shit about me.
What did he say about you?
Oh, girl, what do you think?
I really don't remember.
Uh, listen, what do you hear the normal?
So just, didn't play well.
I didn't play the game. Useless
Right. Okay.
things like that. I don't like that because if you're critiquing my game, you weren't there.
Right.
Okay. You can say whatever you want, but also as an alum, I have said my fair. The thing about me is when I talked about the BB alum players, I talked about them based on their personality.
Right.
I didn't talk about them how they played the game.
Right.
So for him, he's had conversations talking about my personality and also talked about me as a game player. So for me, that's why I'm just kind of like, let me tell you something. I was going to ride hard for Michael. When I saw him in that interview on ET or SS Hollywood, whatever the hell it was that he did, and he was like, he already made it clear, which he's sticking to his word. He's like, I'm not working with any of the guys. I'm going to take all the guys out. Like, he was giving me, oh, he's watching Real Housewives. I was like, yes, yes, yes. And he walked in that house and he said,
yeah, and then he worked with all the guys.
I'm here. I'm the biggest Janelle fan and everything Janelle. And I was like this. Girl, it's not giving what I thought it was gonna give. And then I was
Right.
still cheering. And then once he started talking shit about me, I was like, all right, I ain't got time for him. I ain't got time for Jasmine. I ain't got time for Terrence. I ain't got time for Monty. Half of the fucking cast already said shit. So I don't got time for any of them but fucking Taylor and Turner.
All right. So we're rooting for Taylor and Turner. Although I will say Turner has not been the hugest Taylor
No,
fan,
no, no,
but
no, he's not. But no, I'm not giving Turner that like push. I just rather for it to be. I'd rather we give this 750K to Taylor. But if she doesn't get it, I'm like, who's left that I feel like I would be okay with getting it? Do I think Michael and Brittany okay with getting it? No, not after them holding on to some information they could have gave, and instead of just telling the truth, if they would have said the truth, say this is for game purposes and also because of our conscience, I would have been like, okay, got it.
yeah, I think that's the only. I think I agree with you.
Yep,
I think that's where they messed up by acting
yep,
like it's not benefiting them.
yep. But other than that, I don't know. I'm just, for me, remember, I'm just one big old flop, delusional that made it to second place. Who am I to say anything? I didn't do anything. I didn't make the cookout. I didn't make any moves. I sat there and slept the whole time and just ate and made boiled burgers and that's it. I didn't really do anything. I was on vacation, so I don't really. My word doesn't matter. I don't really have a say.
I don't think that's true, Derek. I think you have a say.
well,
And I think people who say that are jealous that they couldn't do that on that when they play.
I know, and that's exactly what I told Monty the other day.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be worried about me. He should take a page out of my book since he thinks that I didn't do anything and
First of
whatnot.
all, Monty sleeps more. It's bullshit. Monty is always sleeping, always
Monty's
in
for
bed.
show,
So is
okay?
Terrence.
Yeah, look, I ain't Monty. If he was running the game, guess what he would be able to do? He would have had each and every single person wanting to work with him and take him to the end.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing with Terrence. We saw tonight, he sat there and went, I'm not going to throw Turner on the bus. Then I don't care that you're upset that you're on the block right now. You had the information. You're like, I don't want to play the
Turner was a
game.
part, and you know the crazy part is Turner was a part. Turner was a part of the leftovers. I would have knew right
Yes.
here and then I need something, or this motherfucker gonna put me on this fucking block. Fuck that. Turner was a part of the leftovers. He did tell me he was gonna backdoor you. Like this don't make no sense, especially because I think alliances should be loyal, but they're not. They weren't in a big alliance to be that normal, like loyal. Like Turner don't got you like how you got him. Like you should know that since you know DJ, your boy,
Yeah. Yeah.
he
Well,
should know
we
that.
will. We will see what happens as this week plays out, Derek. I know you need to go. So
Is there any
I
other
want you to
questions?
just what?
Is there any other questions?
I mean, of course, there's always a ton of questions, but I'll ask you a few more questions. But
Go ahead. Go
let
ahead.
me
I'll
make
give
sure.
you.
Okay. Well, I want to say this first in case you suddenly have to go. Where can people follow you on Twitter? Because I want
Oh,
people to know where to follow you on Twitter.
thank you. Of course, you can follow me at the Derek Frazier. That is Twitter. That is Instagram, and then on TikTok, the Derek Frazier underscore. And that's the three things I usually use on the regular. So that's it. That's where I'm at.
Okay, so some of the questions, I
Oh,
see one that actually you got a few times that
okay.
said, "How are you and Frenchie? Are you guys still talking? Are you guys?" Because we see a lot
Oh
of the
my
cookout
God.
people doing stuff together, but
Oh my.
Frenchie always seems alone.
No, he's not alone. He's not alone. I talk to Frenchie almost every day.
Okay,
Every day
good.
I talk to Frenchie. We text, we call. I actually got to text him. I'm glad somebody said this, so thank you for saying that. I got to text him because he called me Monday last week, and I text him, but he never texted me back. So I'm gonna text him now. I'm gonna do
Well,
that right now as we speak. But Frenchie's good. I
uh,
talked to who else? I talked to Brittany every fucking day. I talked to Sarah Beth last week. I talked to Ozza, Tiffany almost every day. I talked to Hannah today. I talked to Xavier the other day. I have not talked to Kyla in a while. I need to, but I haven't talked to him for a while. I did just recently talk to Alyssa. And I talked to Claire, not talk, but I've reached out to Claire to say, congratulations on the amazing race, and I'm very excited for her because me and Claire used to talk about it in the house about how, we wanted to do an amazing race, and that was one thing we talked about. So that's all. I think that's the only people I talked to, and Christian, Brent, I text them here and there. They booked and busy.
Okay, well, I hope that answered your Frenchie question. This is not Frenchie in chat. Courtney wants to know, does Derek think Terrence should have been included in the have-not convo with Michael and Brittany? The have-not convo
The
with
ha- the
Michael and... Yeah, I don't know what the have-not
what,
convo is. Does
what is
Derek think Terrence should have been
oh,
included?
should Terrence been included in the conversation, probably in the have not room that they had with Monty and Taylor? I think that's what that question.
Oh, right. That we didn't get to see, which is a great example of why are you cutting the feeds? We were allowed to watch all the other people find out, but we weren't allowed to watch the two people whose reactions we would want to know how they felt about it so that you could control the edit, which is
I
just what
want to
I'm
go
saying and no one else.
help. Eric, I can't with you. Okay. Uh, I don't know. I don't think so because their relationships are different. So, like, Monty and Taylor have an alliance with Brittany and Michael. So they should talk to them like that. And then they can have a conversation with Terrence because Terrence is not a part of their alliance. So it's like they're not really that close. So yeah, that I think that was fine. I don't think he needed to be there because then it would have made it more like, you know, more like a leftovers, like you're gonna give Terrence more of a reason to come after your alliance, and it's like don't add more to it. Just have separate conversations. That was perfectly fine.
You'll like this one from Zizi. She
Okay.
says, "I love your I love his drive in workouts. How are they
Yeah.
progressing, and will he be ready for the next challenge?"
oh, I'm still fat as a cow. But they're going well. I'm trying to stay in the gym 3 to 4 times out the week, just working on myself. It just helps me feel better. I know I'm always still gonna be a big dude. Do I think I would be ready? I definitely think I would be ready for what that what is that CBS thing?
The
Definitely be ready.
challenge?
Yeah, the CBS USA. Um,
USA, whatever it is. I mean, as Taylor explained, which I was unaware, the challenge is now able to be bought by any network to be themed however it wants to be.
oh, okay, that's interesting. Yes, I would be ready for it. 'Cause here's the thing: Am I gonna struggle? Am I gonna struggle? Maybe on on the runs? Hell yeah, I ain't gonna lie about that. But there's gonna be some comps where it's gonna be strength, and all these weak ass dudes ain't gonna be able to lift more than me and carry more than me. So I'll be ready for it. I still need more time. I still think I have time. We don't know when they start doing things, but hopefully I get the call. I would love to do it. I think it would be interesting, and I will bring that entertainment, that drama, that drive, like what needs to be needed. I ain't gonna play no games. Ain't no like, oh, I'm gonna sacrifice my game. No, no, I ain't sacrificing shit. Everybody's up for grabs. I hear something, I'm the dog bone. I'm bringing the bone to the next person. So and so just talked about you in the room, just so you know, because we gonna have a show. It's gonna be nobody's gonna be sitting comfortably like how they've been doing. Like sometimes people just like,
Right.
and I'm like this. How is that possible? So yeah,
Who are you voting for fan favorite?
I am voting for
I think
Taylor, of
Taylor.
course, for fan favorite.
So
Yes.
not Jasmine? What people want to know if you and Jasmine are going to be friends after.
People don't want to fucking know that, Eric. Fuck you. People don't
No,
want
they
to
did.
know.
They really,
You
they
just
really
made that
said.
up. Fuck you.
No, I swear they were like, "Is Derek?" Then people were like, "It's shady question." I don't think it's shady. I can see. Look,
No,
I
I know
couldn't
you are. You know I love you.
stand Jasmine.
I know, you know I love you. I'm just joking.
No, I know you're joking, and I couldn't stand her. I came around liking her that last week. When you got her away from Indy and Alyssa and those
Yeah,
people, she
she was
became
much
way
better.
more
She was much
human.
better. She was what she was much better. Um, Jasmine is she is a black woman. Um, Jasmine, I'm gonna have to wait to see how Jasmine reacts when she get out the house. I'm not gonna lie. I am because I come from the streets of Philadelphia and just how I'm not going to say prideful. I reached out to Taylor and Joseph. I did message Brittany at the time because I thought her conversation that she had with Taylor was powerful. How she felt like she needed to apologize for being a part of the pack of girls like attacking and stuff like that. But I ain't reaching out to nobody. If Jasmine reaches out to me and want to talk, I'll talk to her. I'm gonna hold her accountable for what she said because I
Mm.
bookmarked and made sure to do timestamps on things. But I don't really. To me, it's like it really comes down to them. I have friends. I don't. I'm not sitting here like desperate for these BB alum friendships and stuff like that. Like that's not my forte. But yeah, if she reaches out, guess what? We
Right.
can
Okay.
talk. I just don't know we can. I don't know if we're gonna be friends because like the stuff that she said, like
Mm.
she's like, I mean, she's talking about me, but I'm looking at her like, girl, you as a black woman didn't even stick up for the other black woman. Like, what are you talking about? You let people drag her. Like, you just say the craziest shit and you milked a fucking injury for weeks and weeks. At least my ass, even if I couldn't win, I was still getting there trying my best and shit. Like, no.
I don't know why I'm going to be the defender of Jasmine on this, but
Oh,
this is the only bit of credit I'm going to give her is we don't know when she did that DR admitting that her strategy was to like she could have done that right away and they just
true.
held it. The way she put down her bag and went right into a normal walk, I
Like it
was
was
just
nothing.
like, "Oh lord."
Like it was nothing. Like
Like
it
it
was
was
nothing.
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 Um Okay, because I don't want you to yell at me that you had to go, but I really ask you your last, for real, last question, because I saw this a lot in chat too. So, speaking of reaching out to people, A, have you had any conversations? Have any of the pre-jurors contacted you, or have you talked to any of them? And if
I
not, what
thought,
is your
I said, I
thought?
thought you were going to ask something else. I was about to pass out. I was going to be like,
What?
oh, please don't make me ask that question. I thought you were going to ask about somebody else.
Oh, no, no, no. No, pre-jurors. The pre-jurors.
Um, no. Mm-mm.
What are your
Mm-mm.
thoughts on there?
You
The
know what I
edit
think?
didn't
Can
show
I also be
everything.
honest? You know what I also think? I think production probably was like, don't reach out to Big D because Big D's trouble. Nobody reached out to me. No one. Not Paloma, not Amira, not uh what's his name? I don't is
Greasy
his
Elvis.
yeah,
Greasy
because I
Elvis.
yeah, because I yeah, whatever. Oh, he I think he probably saw my tweets and knew not to reach out to me. Um Nicole, nothing, and I hate calling him Pooch. Isn't his name Joe?
Yeah. Oh, I can't with the pooch.
No, I'm not calling him Pooch. So Joe, no, Joe did not reach out. So none of them did. None of them followed. None of them did nothing. So to me, that already tells me that number one, they probably didn't like me because of my season, which is perfectly fine. And two, I mean, at the end of the day, um, how can I say this without mm, being? I don't want to sound cocky, but I mean, I'm that bitch.
Yeah.
Like I'm a part of the
No
cook.
one likes them.
I
It's
mean,
fine.
right. I made the cookout. I'm part of the cookout. I'm always gonna be irrelevant. Where you guys are just gonna like and just fade off into dust. So that's all I have to say. But
I mean, I don't think. Yeah.
I would take them in with open, not open arms. We would have to have conversations. But I'm not gonna be the first person to initiate that because when I came out the house, there were certain people that I wanted to talk to and the BB alums. I reached out to them, but guess what? I some of them already reached out to me because they liked me and
Yeah.
had that respect. And if they didn't like me, I already knew, okay, they don't like me, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, there's like, for example, like I didn't have to reach out to, um, I'm just trying to think. Josh reached out to me because I said I thought Josh was, he was fucking rude or whatever. And he reached out to me and we squashed that beef and we talked. And then we recently hung out, I think in February. We were up in Pittsburgh and had a good old time and Hearts of Reality and stuff like that. But, I think there's certain people that you got to reach out to if you want to talk to them. If you don't want to talk to them, you don't. But everybody else, like the people I wanted to talk to, were talking to me. So I was like, oh my God. Like, I was ecstatic. But none of them, and tell you the truth, I don't know if any of them, maybe some of them did. I don't know. I feel like a lot of them did not reach out to other members in our cast. I don't think. And I don't know if that's because of maybe people behind the scenes are telling them not to. I don't know. It's weird to me. I
I
don't
don't
know.
think they would do
I
that.
don't know the process. This is my first time being on the other side.
Yeah. No. I don't think they would do that. There definitely are people that they say not to associate with, but I don't think that you're one of them. I don't think you're one of them. I think
Oh,
there's only like 3 people that are actually blacklisted with PR. You're not one of them.
how did I get there? I'm joking. I'm
You're
joking.
being way too nice on this show, if that's what you want. I say way worse things.
No, I say what I mean. I just don't really have a lot to like
No, I
because
agree.
I just don't have a lot to say
Yeah.
because I want them. I'm glad they're showing the stuff they should show. They should show more. I'm glad they're showing that stuff because you got to think about it. Look at Big Brother, like you said, back in the day, and look at it now. It's completely different. So I'm glad they're showing those things that the world doesn't see. I just wish there was just, I don't know. I'm ready for us to get down to this week. I think that's what it is. I think I'm ready to see what happens this week, and let's get to the end. Let's see what's going on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of ready for like Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah.
If
Well,
that makes sense. And I'm also ready for like a new cast. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I think we all are. I think we are all
Yeah.
ready for a new cast, and I am ready. And my suggestion to production would be is that they should hire maybe like a fan of the show as a producer, because sometimes I just think that they're not caring about what someone that cares about the show would want to know or see or watch. And maybe they do, and maybe they can't because of advertisers. I don't know. But it feels very much to me like there is such a disconnect between the game and what a fan, like you said, you're bored. I think a lot of us are bored watching it, and I think a fan would know how to make the edit more entertaining.
Like
So hire a
I'm
fan
kind of a
producer.
little bit bored. I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go back and watch some old seasons.
Yeah,
I was ready to put on my season the other day just to laugh because I
yeah.
was just, like I'm just kind of bored, and we'll see. Well, I'm just ready for something new, something more exciting. I think, for me, and I hate to say, I'm a Big Brother fan, but I am a big Survivor and Amazing Race fan, so I'm ready for those to come on. I just think that with everything that's going on, I'm hoping that they do have a good conversation at their round table. I hope that the people that deserve to be there at the end deserve to be there. Michael, he deserves it. He's won so many things. He's fought the whole entire time. He's made sure that no one could take a shot at him. So I got to give him credit. He's a great competitor. So should he be in those final 2 chairs? Yes. But do I think that he should win the game of Big Brother after holding some information that was like, you're a part of it, you're part of this conversation, something like that? I wouldn't hold on to because that's like that could really mess up your rep. So, I also just wish it was a little bit more organic, at times. But
Yeah.
listen, I know what producers are doing behind. They're working their ass off. I love the team. We love the show. We support the Big Brother brand. I just needed to just amp it up a little bit, like give me a
We
little,
want more drama.
yeah,
Go
like,
watch Housewives and give us a little bit of that.
yes, that's what we
We need
want.
a little bit of Diana.
Guess what?
Oh,
Also, we did listen, even though I'm never going to support this, we had drama when Nicole and Daniel were there. But
No,
it
I
was
said
not,
that. I
it
said to
wasn't
keep
good
them.
drama. It was not good drama. It wasn't
Yeah.
enjoyable drama. It was very like, because I was crying when I was watching it. It was very frustrating drama. We don't want that. We want a little bit of like maybe Big D and Tiffany in the storage room drama. You know, maybe a little bit of that.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Uh,
We want a little bit of that. We want some more fights like that. We want some Rachel and what's his name in the backyard?
Reagan.
Reagan drama. That's what we want. We want a little bit of that. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
bring
what
us
we need. We need a little bit of ooey gooey cookies, Reagan. Yeah, we need some of that.
yes. Yes.
You can watch Rachel and Janelle on Snake in the Grass on USA. I believe that's rerunning if you need some of that.
How was
And
it? I gotta watch it.
I mean, because I know them, out of the show, I just was like, there's no way they didn't talk to each other. So, like, right away, I was like, if one of them is the snake, the other one knows, and there's no way they don't. However, I don't want to ruin it for anybody. So
Okay.
just go watch it and you'll find it interesting. Let me put it this way. They tell you within the first 10 minutes who the snake is, which I was unaware they were going to do that.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah.
All
So
right.
you'll see. But yeah, that's great, Dirk. We always love having you here and talking. And I know that you have people there and things you have to go and do. And I hope that you come back and we have more fun. And I hope you get what you want this season and that you get on the challenge.
Baby, me and you both, because I just want to flip the house upside down. I want to make people so mad, because I know people be mad if I made it to the end once again by just playing so.
Would be funny.
They would be so mad. And
Did
every
you?
time, and then when I have to go into elimination, it's something that has to do with strength. They will be so mad.
They would. And if you're creating drama, production
Okay,
will want to keep you around.
okay, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Week day one ain't gonna be no. Look. I'm gonna say everything, and if I had to paint a target, I'm gonna paint that target so clearly, y'all will see it. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm waiting.
All right. Well, with love. Thank you so much.
Derek, we will see you later.
Guys,
Thank
make
you
sure
so
you
much for
like
coming by.
and subscribe and share reality
And follow.
recaps. Okay. Maybe
Yes.
next time, maybe John will show
John will
up.
be here.
Nope. Next time he'll probably have something else.
Yeah, he'll probably have an STD that he has to get cleaned up. Probably. I don't know. This time he was selling a house. I don't know who's selling a house at fucking 10 p.m. on a Sunday,
I don't
but
fucking
John
know
is.
either. On Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, I was like, whatever you say, girl. Like,
He's
no
like,
problem.
He's like, I can't be around Big D. I got.
I think he has a crush and he doesn't want to admit it.
Oh, just tell me, please.
Okay. Everybody, we will see you all on the next show. You guys know I'm live every single day talking the feeds. I will see you then. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends. Bye.